Everyone, welcome to another episode of Independent Artists Unite Song Series. I am so excited tonight because I am in love with this song, the latest Chronic Dream collaboration with April Afternoon and Pain in the Yaz, who will be joining via videotape, I have to say. But guys, this song is so awesome, and this is all I'm gonna say. What you gonna do when he calls for you? What you gonna do when he calls for you? Grim Reaper! Come on, everybody! It's only me.
Grim Reaper! Yeah. I recorded it like 5 times, so it's
Well,
at
I
the
was
same track.
wondering
Yeah.
that there's a couple of like call and answer things in this song, and I was wondering if everyone got in on the act, or is that all April Afternoon?
Sorry, what was the question? I didn't
When
really hear
when
up properly.
when you have like a group vocal thing,
Yeah,
yeah, is that all you?
yeah, that was just on me because
Okay,
I
yeah.
was being asked to do the vocals, but looking back on it, we might have also, another option would have been like suitable, right? For
Well,
David and
it
James
sounds like a
also
group.
to say Grim Reaper. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe for
but there's
the
there's
part two,
other
I
there's
guess.
other parts too in this though, where it's like it's very interesting. This song, very interesting. And first of all, let's talk to the mathematician behind the time signature. Is it in 4/4 time, or is just something weird going on? What's happening here, David?
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with this song, writing it. It was really hard, and especially with the drums. And James really came in and really helped me with it a lot. So I owe him a lot for finishing the song for me and really kind of adding to the verse and all that. So without him, the song would still be kind of like in limbo. So
Hey everybody, sorry I couldn't make it. We're on three different time zones. That's a big part of it, but also, life's crazy. I just want to thank everybody for listening to Grim Reaper. I'm extraordinarily pleased with how it came out. David and I worked on the instrumental for quite some time. I believe the song was actually a bit slower initially, at least 10 BPM, maybe more. And I was like, I think we need to speed this thing up. A lot of love went into the drums in particular. I'm very proud of those. But I think it all really started to come together when we sent the song to April Afternoon for consideration for doing vocals. And that's when, I don't know what we expected for the vocals. But when we got the demo, we couldn't believe it, like how much it just was a total game changer. And the vocals immediately became the star of the show. And my job became to support whatever he was doing vocally. I just think they're wonderful. I'm super pleased with how that came out. Yeah, just a lovely experience all around. So thank you again, everyone, for listening. Add it to playlists, do all that wonderful stuff. And yeah, just a lovely all around experience. Despite the name of the song and some of the subject matter, just really a lot of camaraderie and a very lovely experience. So thank you guys.
But is it all in 4/4 time, and the
yeah,
sections just go a little longer,
yeah, pretty
carry
much.
a little bit, and then okay, all right.
Yeah.
I was sitting there counting it out. I was like, I'm like seeing my elementary school music teacher, Mrs. Costello.
Yeah, it's a little bit the rhythm of it is the the idea of behind it was I was listening to a lot of OMD at the time.
Okay.
And so the song Joan of Arc really was stuck in my head at that time. And so I was kind of trying to do something along those lines, but it ended up being something completely different, which I'm happy about. So
And
Oh, yeah.
when you wrote this song, did you already have did you already have April Afternoon in mind for the vocals, or did that
The
come
moment,
later?
well, not at first. At first, once I got James involved and we started to work on it, and he added a few things to it, I immediately knew that probably April Afternoon would be the best vocals for it because I just couldn't imagine anybody else singing to it, at that point. So
Okay.
I knew that if anybody could pull off, because I'm not a singer, so I can't hear vocals like other people can. I just hear music. I don't hear singing to it. That's why I don't sing on any of my songs because I could never do it.
Yeah.
So I knew if anybody could pull off vocals for this, it would be him. Because it was really complicated, the song. So
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
it's unusual. Yeah, it's unusual. And I have to say, as a vocalist listening to it, I'm like, I wouldn't have by a long shot done as something as interesting as you did on it. It was, I mean, I was like, you must have died when you got these vocals back with the music, David.
Oh, that's true.
yeah, as soon as I heard the vocals, I was like, I was blown away. I mean, as Scott knows, I always have to have my 2 cents worth, but it's never it's always a suggestion. Since I'm not a vocalist and I don't hear with singers here, I never say, no, I want it to be sung this way and it has to be this way. No, I never do that because I don't know what I'm talking about. So I just basically made some suggestions and I was overruled. Thank God. Because looking back, if they had actually taken my suggestions on some of the vocals, it would have been not what it is today. So I'm grateful for Jalmar and for James for that. So
Thank you, man. Yeah.
And what I know you said you really like took some time with this when you're making the vocals. It was like a puzzle for you to figure out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a complete puzzle. Yeah, because of the rhythms. They
Yeah.
were so super difficult. And as I also wrote in an Instagram post lately, I'm a kind of a see. I'm a four to the floor guy, you know. My rhythm's always like that, 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 and that's what I like. It's quick and it's easy and it's catchy. But this song was totally different for me, and I thought it was a challenge actually. So
Mm.
it was really hard to make some vocal lines that were also adding up to the how do you say it, to the rhythm.
Mm.
So it had to be aligned, you know, and that was really hard. So yeah, what I did was I sat behind my piano and I tried to like redo the rhythm with the piano chords, and that took me really like ages to come up with something like that. But yeah, I'm happy that it finally worked out, and I'm really happy also that David is happy about the song, of course. So must say that I was also in love with the music. It's super cool. These synths are really like 80s, and I can really hear the OMD references. He also told me that when he sent me the song, and I was like instantly in love with it.
Mm.
So yeah, I think it's super cool, and for me, it's cool to do something totally different from what I usually do, which is up tempo, and now it's a little bit more.
Yeah.
I actually thought about you, Scott, sometimes because you also have these slower songs with lots of vocals, and maybe somewhere in my mind I was even inspired by you. Yeah.
Even that?
Yeah, seriously, I thought about
No.
that a couple of times.
Well, man, I tell you, I was so blown away by this too, because this is like, maybe because of like the difficulty of the rhythm and stuff, and it brought out this super original vocal from you, that it's one of these songs that the more you listen to it, you know what I mean? It's like, it takes a while to learn it. You know what I mean? Like when you're
Yeah, I think
listening
so.
it's like when you're listening to a song, you're kind of learning it, right? You're like, oh yeah, this part goes like this, and then you kind of over time, you're like, yeah, it goes like this, and so it's like when you finally master singing along to this song, you're like, yeah, you know? It's so much fun, you know.
Oh yeah,
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 I'm driving my kids crazy singing this song around the house.
yeah. Really?
Yeah, and the
Amazing.
people in the grocery store because I can't hold back. You know, when it comes up, I have to let out a Grim Reaper.
Amazing. How do they react? How do they react? No.
Yeah, I think I'm safely categorized as the crazy guy. I think in this neighborhood, so that's no problem. No damage done. But David, when
Amazing.
on the original, did you have all the strings and everything on the original
Well,
Pastor? When did
here's
those
some,
come in? Because they were so beautiful.
well, here's something that a lot of, I haven't told anyone. I haven't told Jelmar or James about this, but originally the strings were meant to be a, I don't know if you call it a verse because it was an instrumental at the time. But a
Okay.
change in my song Bell that I wrote.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and so, but they didn't clap, they did work together.
Mm.
So I kind of kept them separate, and that the song that you hear now, basically the music, the strings basically just sat in my computer for probably about 6 months before I actually got around to working
Just
on it.
waiting for the right opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. So finally I got around to working on it, and it became its own song, and that's where it came from.
Wow, yeah.
And the strings kind of go along with his vocals a little bit, so you don't really hear them very clearly, which is good. It makes a good, it's like a good collaboration between his vocals and the strings.
Yeah, I mean everything just kind of supports it just makes this beautiful kind of nest for the vocal in the song, you know. It really is well done, gents. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
But
thanks.
David, I'm wondering, I mean, I remember when you first had the idea to do this, you're like, hey, I'm gonna do a bunch of collaborations with different singers. And I was like, I mean, did you think it was going to turn out this great? I mean, this has like really been successful, I think. Or do you feel like it's
I
been
had no idea.
successful? I mean,
It's been better. It's been better than I expected. It's been more successful than I expected. Um, I mean, when I first started off, I didn't know where it was going to go. I didn't know who would, you know. At first I thought, I was going to ask people to sing on it, and they'd be like, "Well, who are you? Why would I sing with you?" And hang up. Yeah. So, um, luckily, everybody's been very kind about it. I mean, I've had a few rejections, but I'm not going to name names. No, no, um, but that I got the right singers for the right music, and
yeah.
I try to fit. Like, if I listen to people who I know, hear their vocals, and if I think they're a good fit, they're like the first ones. I don't. If I approach them and they say no, I'll move on to a different song. I don't
Mm.
until later on down the line until they either agree to, or I can find a different singer that fits. Because once I hear a vocals, like hear the singer that I think will fit, I'm not going to compromise on that if I don't have to. So, but this one, it's like as soon as I heard, April Afternoon, I knew right away that those vocals would be perfect for this song.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna, if he would have said no, the song sucks, then I would have been like, okay. And I would have put it aside and just wait down the line. Maybe something else would come along and it'd be a good fit too. But yeah, I'm not going to just immediately start looking for other vocalists, because once I hear something, I'm kind of stubborn on it. So
Yeah, it's interesting too, this song, because it's almost, I mean, I'm kind of saying this a lot lately. Maybe it's just because I really love this when a song does this, but there's something nostalgic about it, but like modern at the same time. You know what I mean? It definitely has that 80s vibe, to it, but it also has like modern elements as well.
Yeah,
I really
I
like that.
try to pick instruments that aren't typical 80s. So even though it has like an 80s atmosphere to it,
Yeah, yeah.
a
Maybe
lot
it
of
has
the
this atmosphere.
instruments aren't typical 80s, you know.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I asked you if you would read the lyrics to us. Is it Jarman or Yarman?
Yarman, sorry.
Your
Or my
name?
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yelmer.
Oh, Yelmer.
Yelmer.
That's what
Yeah,
I meant.
it's
Yelmer or Yelmer. So, what am I
yeah, the
saying?
Dutch
Yarman.
name, and
Sorry.
it's not an international name. It's always difficult
I
with
am a brain
people
damaged
from
person
outside of
here.
the Netherlands.
Yelmer.
No,
That's
that was no. It's I
um
wish I was also named like David or something like that, so it would be easier. But yeah, it's Yelmer. But the text is in English, so that's something we
yeah.
all understand. Yeah, the lyrics, of course. So here they are. It starts with I will dive into your sea, set you free. And then killing time as your friend will tranquilize, so your thoughts will drift away. You can wait, but you'll end up asking why everything remains the same. Life, you're the protagonist in every Wellebeck novel. Everything remains the same. Life, you're like a dog sniffing for chocolate. Oh, those things will make the sun fade away. Why don't you turn the page right now? What you gonna do when he calls for you? And then comes Grim Reaper. Why don't you face your Nigel now? What you gonna do when he comes for you? Grim Reaper. You walk a tightrope faking a smile, but I can see the gears. You're always trapped in this submarine. You're in a sea of fears. And then Ezra's fine, but he used to endure a hit without once getting hurt. A porcelain face, slowly wobbling in the wind that blows dreams into dirt. Life hits like a lightning bolt, leaving you without shelter. Everything remains the same. Life is closing in on him. He dreams of being free to make the sun fade away. The volume's always going up. What you gonna do when he calls for you? This sound as I'm making my own feelings drift in time. What you gonna do when he calls for you? Grim Reaper. Yeah, and then the end, you walk a tightrope faking a smile, but I can see the gears. You're always trapped in this submarine. You're in a sea of fears. And then, of course, what was it again? The main sentence. Yeah, well, that's basically it. Yeah,
I love your lyrics, man.
yeah.
Amazing.
Thanks.
Um,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. Let's see if I read everything, but yeah, this is basically it. Yeah.
but what is it about really? Like, where were you coming from
Oh
with
yeah.
it? And
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can
So.
tell, I can hear that there's a lot of references in there that I don't understand. But
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's definitely it's basically about two situations. So it describes two different people. The song is about death and about fear as well, and about escapism. So the first
mm,
person I'm describing in the first verse, it's a bit of a story. It's someone who is like waking up after a night, going out and realizing, well, I got such a severe headache. Why did I do this to myself?
mm,
Why am I always going out? He's maybe a little too old to keep on doing this, but he kind of messes up his body, and he's like,
mm,
why am I doing this? Maybe it's because it's a form of escapism, and maybe I'm just afraid of something. Maybe I'm afraid to die. I'm afraid of the Grim Reaper. So that was
mm.
the idea behind the first
Okay.
verse. And then
Yeah.
in the second verse, I'm describing someone else who has a chronic disease. Quite recently, well, I kind of through some personal issues, not with me personally, but I kind of dug a little bit in the subject. And yeah, as it seems, if you have a chronic disease, sometimes you can live with very long, but you will need, of course, medication, and maybe you won't be able to drink a beer as many as the first person in the first, in the song would do. So you don't really have the freedom to like mess up your body, such as the first
Mm.
person did in the song, and it's a bit of a. I wanted to, write a bit of a contrast, and it's a bit ironic, meaning if you have the freedom to live your life, go out at night, just be free to do that, and yeah, don't mourn about it, I guess. So there's a bit of an irony here. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if you understand, but yeah, that was my idea behind it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love it, man. Too, I have to say, it's like I'm such a fan of your vocal stylings. Honestly, I don't think I've like been like. It's like I'm a super big fan of your vocals. I have to say, I'm a big fan of James K. Ultras as well. I will go around and I have to imitate James K. Ultra when I sing his songs. And I have to do the same with Yelmer. And it reminds me when I was a kid with David Bowie. It's like it's almost like the word. It's some like when I was growing up, the word was like inconsequential. It was like the delivery. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
whatever
yeah, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
stylings. And you have such a great vocal stylings, man. It's like I mean, I was reflecting on every word as you're saying protagonist. I'm like hearing protagonist. It's like
Yeah.
it's so great, man.
Thank you so much. Well, that's sometimes the thing. If you're recording vocals and if you're working on the vocal structure, like the melody, sometimes you don't even think too much about what you actually sing, but it's about the
Mm,
feeling that you wanna like achieve, I guess. But
yeah,
but the vocals, I mean, the lyrics have to be good, I think, because if they're about nothing, then it doesn't really make
yeah,
sense. It
yeah,
should
yeah,
also tell a story.
yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
That's really nice to hear.
I love the like a lightning bolt kind of phrase that comes back.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah,
one I
that's
forgot to
another one I
mention at
let.
the end.
That's
Yeah.
another one I let loose in the supermarket now.
Like a lightning bolt. And they're really like high or
Oh yeah, every time like a lightning bolt.
Oh my God. Amazing.
It's great, man. It's great.
Yeah, thanks. So this lightning bolt part, I was listening to Nena at the time, and she does that on her debut album. You know the German singer from
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
99 Luftballons.
yeah,
She
yeah.
has one like really crazy song on her debut album, something with it's about like Indians or something like that. I don't even know if it's like
Oh yeah,
appropriate
I
to
know
even
that one.
come up
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I
I
remember
was
that
like,
one.
is
Yeah.
it even appropriate to like create some song like this in the modern age? But it's really
Probably
cool how
not.
she
Yeah.
how she sung her vocals there. So it's like a total a couple of different vocals all together, not lined up like lined too well. Like to it's a bit all over the place. So that's kind of the thing I wanted to approach here. Not too
Yeah.
tight, but a little bit loose, in the production.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that's true because the music too is like very grounded, boom, and that bass.
Oh yeah,
It's so cool.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it gives you that like super solid foundation to go
yeah.
a little wild over.
Yeah, this bass line also really got me. It's like, it's amazing. Yeah,
How
yeah,
did you
yeah.
do
It's
that
cool.
bass
Yeah.
line, David? Are you like doing are you working the modulation wheel there or bending
Uh,
Ah,
or is it
no, one of the I use a Korg app on my iPad,
yeah.
and one of the keys in it allows you to run your fingers across the
Oh
keys,
yeah.
and as you do that, it
oh,
It's just
it
like a
like
bend or a
draws the
slide.
note up the
Oh,
back.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
as soon as you lift it up, it
Cool.
stops. So that's the one I used. Um, because I wanted to actually have the the idea for that behind the bass actually came because I don't have I, I always love songs that do that with the bass, like "Fascination Street" by The Cure.
Hmm.
um, does that, and he slides the
Ah,
bass, and I love that. I think it
Yeah,
adds to the song. So I wanted to do that for this because I thought it was appropriate, and it worked out. So
yeah.
amazing.
You could have got
Yeah.
your buddy with the fretless bass in there, Yama.
Yeah, yeah. In the Dark Wave, we have one song where the bass player played a fretless bass, and I was introduced to that. But it's
Yeah,
also really 80s. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Sharp,
yeah. Yeah,
sharp,
he's
Scott.
totally
Yeah,
Eddie. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but amazing. Yeah.
So
Mm.
what are you going to keep going with these, David? With these
yeah,
collaborations?
I already have another one I'm working on now. So um,
And you
that'll
got
be
the
out in a
singer
few
all lined
months.
up?
The vocals are already done. Uh,
I'm
like
so
99% of
I'm such a fan. I'm like always like super eager to see who the next singer is, you know.
them. Yeah, it'll be revealed soon. So um, it has a little bit more mixing to do, but it's pretty much done. So um, it took me 6 months just to do this one. So between this one and the one I did with Tokyo Teens, it was a 6 month period, and
Yeah.
which is a long time for me. I don't like doing that, but I had writer's block for a while. It took me forever to figure this song out.
Mm.
And once I had it figured out as much as I could, I asked James, I said, I need your help finishing this. And he helped a lot with the verse, and he played the guitar on it. And so it really,
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when his guitar line comes in on is it the second verse or the
Yeah. Second verse. Yeah.
so chef's kiss. Yeah,
yeah.
I was gonna ask who did that. I was wondering if it was Yum or if it was James that did that.
James
Yeah,
came up with the
that is
guitar
so
after
tasty.
I sung the vocals. So first there was
Okay.
a track without guitar, and then he saw the vocals, and then James thought by himself, well, this also needs guitar.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
It's
like
I'll say
how the
so it
process
echoes the
went.
vocal line there a
Well,
bit.
I don't know. Does it? Yeah,
Oh no, I
maybe a
thought that's
bit.
what you
Yeah.
were saying. Yeah.
No, it
Okay.
was because there was like the track that David made, and then I
Mm,
recorded the vocals, and then James thought by himself, well, we also need guitar, so the guitar was added later on the track. So
yeah.
that's a bit about
And
how the process went.
yeah. I guess it doesn't really echo the vocal line. It's like reminiscent of the vocal line because you're like
Yeah,
killing time, and he's like kind of, isn't
yeah,
it?
something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's just beautiful though. It's such a simple little guitar line in there. It's just like gorgeous. Yeah.
To add to that question, I'm probably going to do a few more. The one that's after this one, I got the new one. And I'm probably going to do two more. And then after that, I'm going to do like a Japanese whispers type of thing where I'm going to release all the singles together. I haven't decided if I'm going to do like a couple of new ones to add to the album,
Oh,
but
I see. Okay. Oh,
that's
that'll be
that's the
great.
original
Yeah.
plan. It's like
Yeah.
this is like 2 years in the making. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I
an
remember
amazing
when you
project.
first had the idea, man. It's like it's so awesome that all these songs have come out now, and like I don't think I've ever listened to them all like kind of back to back. So that would be cool if it. Oh shit! I'm getting my warning from the Zoom here. Yeah, we have like 5 minutes left. So
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, that'll be great to hear them all on one record. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm starting to run out of singers. So I may have to backtrack and get Yelmer and get you to do another couple of songs.
Maybe we'll do duets. We'll do duets.
Oh, that would be nice, actually. Yeah,
Yeah, that might
I
be
would
cool.
love that.
Yeah.
I'm open to it for sure.
Um, and
How
what's
many collaborating artists can we have on one track, right?
that's right. Yeah. Who's gonna fork out the money to DistroKid?
I
Oh, that's right. You could, because you're at your limit too, right? Or you have to upgrade again.
I had to upgrade again just to do more collabs. So
Yeah.
this was my last free one,
Yeah.
essentially.
Oh my.
And
Yeah.
Yelmer, you have a new April Afternoon. Is it EP coming out or just a single?
No, it's an EP, and it's
EP? Oh, awesome.
yeah, it's the mixing is it's gone now. It's over. It's finished by Thijs de Melker again. And yeah, I did 4 new tracks. Yeah, they will be released somewhere later this year. Not sure when yet, because I'm also working on another collaboration. Yeah, it's with Burnt Lock. So there will be a Burnt Lock April
Burnt Log.
Afternoon
Oh, really?
collaboration. Yeah, yeah.
I got a Burnt Log.
So
My next single is a Burnt Log collaboration.
yeah.
This is getting
So,
really incestuous.
There's yeah, right. We should just
I
form
actually
like
love
one
it.
big band.
I love it though. I
Yeah.
really do. I love this whole collaboration thing. I really do.
It's cool, right?
It's like
Yeah.
it's so wonderful because it's like really it's like I wish I could hang out with you guys, you know what I mean? This is like the second
Mhm.
best thing, you know, when you're living across
Yeah.
the world from people and it's such a bond when you it's such a bond when you collaborate with people, right, David?
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, you always have that relationship. It's like, you know, once you meet artist to artist, it's like there's some kind of solid lock that happens, you know.
yeah, I don't have a lot of, friends that I can talk with music with. There's only one I have, and that's Kenton, who, played guitar with me in Scarlet.
Mhm.
So meeting all these people, it's really helped me to grow as a musician as well, not
Yeah.
just making new friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it helps everyone. It's hard to track how much it helps, you know. It's like loving your vocal stylings, Yelmer. It's like I don't know how that makes it into my music. I'm sure it does, you know what I mean? So it's like I think we all like hold each other up. And then also too, it's like with
Yeah.
every song, I kind of want to impress all you guys, you know, or people that I collaborated with, like, okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's those guys are gonna like that, you know.
Yeah,
So it kind of
yeah.
raises your own level of your own artistic levels, I think. So yeah, but
Amazing.
I tell you, man, I love this song. I hope this is like reaching people, and that I just hope it reaches a lot of people and that they appreciate it. But I am a huge fan. Love this tune, guys. Yeah,
I appreciate
Thank you
that.
so much.
Yeah. And yeah, well, we'll talk soon. We're gonna get cut off here, so I better say goodbye. But now, well, let's go quickly. What do you think James is going to say in his pre-recorded video?
I haven't got a clue. No.
I'm sick of working with David. I'm moving on.
We'll see. We shall see. We shall see.
Something with the guitars or something, yeah.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful evening.
All right.
And,
Thank
You
you.
too.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks